Alyssa, that was a proper battle between you and Goswami out there with good Test cricket. Did you enjoy it, and what makes it such a challenging proposition?
Yeah, I did enjoy it. It was fun. But walking off isn't that fun, but I did enjoy the challenge of it. She's got the better of me a few times in this series already, so I'm up for the contest come the T20s if need be. But yeah, look, I think it's just a great side for Test cricket. She's obviously a world-class bowler, has been throughout her whole career, and just that extra little bit of bounce that she gets being as tall as what she is, and unbelievably skillful with the seam. So yeah, it was a real challenge, especially after spending 140 overs in the field. But yeah, it's one that I look forward to, and yeah, just enjoyed being in the moment.
Did you consider pushing down the order at all because you've been keeping to two?
No, when you get the opportunity to open the batting for Australia, you don't say no. And honestly, I felt really, really good. I didn't feel too bad. It's not like the 140 overs were straight. It was over 3 days. So no, I wanted to get out there, have a bat. It looked like a beautiful batting surface, and I think hopefully our batters will show that tomorrow in the daytime. It is just that. So yeah, it is what it is.
Given where the match is, I mean, do you think you guys can still push for a result, or is it just a case now of trying to make sure you don't give them a snip?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think to win the game from here is a really difficult task. I think we'd have to obviously give them a bit of a lead and then try and back our bowlers to take wickets. To be fair, we created enough opportunities with the ball, so if that's the route that we do want to go down, then I back our bowlers to get it done. But the reality is losing a whole day of a 4-day test is really difficult to get a result, and you know, we wouldn't mind seeing a few of their bowlers out there for 108 overs tomorrow. So we'll have to wait and see how it pans out. But I think we'll just come out tomorrow, try and work really hard in the first hour. They'll come really hard and try and take some early wickets, and we'll just get through that and see what position we're in.
I guess we sort of understand the reasons why it didn't come about in terms of having DRS for this test because of all the venue shifting and COVID and whatnot.
Yep.
But we've seen obviously a couple of LBWs today which probably wouldn't have held up under DRS scope, particularly Megs as well. The issues aside, in terms of this series, is it something that's just got to become standard for women's Test cricket, do you think?
Oh, I'd love to see it. I think definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't say no DRS if it's available. Then 100%, I'm sure Cricket Australia would have it in place. Obviously, there was a few logistical nightmares to be able to have it here with the venue shift. But yeah, I'd love to see it in every Test match. I think it makes it nice and fair and even. The umpires don't mean to make mistakes. We're out there as players. We make mistakes on the regular. So, but to take out the howler would definitely be a nice thing. But yeah, it wasn't to be this Test, but I'm sure in the Ashes things will be in place for that.
You finally got a bit of bowling done, well not you guys, but India got a bit of bowling done in twilight, which probably highlighted the opportunities you guys missed with all the weather. Is it a bit disappointing? Does it just kind of highlight how disappointing it is that you don't play more Test cricket?
Yeah, it is, and it's probably on the flip side of that. I think India tonight with the seam showed us what we couldn't quite do with the new ball early in our game, in our innings, I should say. I think we won the toss and wanted to bowl, and we wanted to make a real impact and couldn't quite do that, I think, with a little bit of inexperience around. But you're right, we never really got a real crack at bowling under lights in that danger period that everybody talks about. This is only my second one, so I haven't really seen it. But yeah, look, I think they bowled beautifully under lights today. They've got a really great seam attack, and they presented that seam and let the ball do the work for them. So yeah, it would have been nice to see our attack do the same thing, but let's hope we see more and more women's pink ball Test matches. I think they should realistically be really exciting.
Has made a bit more history today with 300 wickets and things like that. Is it just another mark, and what's been a really stellar career?
I don't think it's just another mark. I think it's just another incredible achievement. There's no stopping her at the minute. She's checking off things left, right and centre. We have to keep stopping the day's play and making sure that we celebrate everything that Pez has done. But no, it shows the sort of person she is. When Phil, the umpire, threw me the ball after the game, I said, Pez, do you want it? It was your 300th wicket. And she said, no, give it to Stella. It's her first. So shows the player that she is for us and has been for a long period of time. And I've got no doubt she'll check off a few more before the series or the summer is out, and we'll just celebrate them accordingly.
And how good, like that spell from Stella, particularly I guess sort of the first spell that she bowled. It's probably the most sort of aggressive spell that we saw from any of the quicks, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think the wicket sort of allowed that. It was a bit slow in the first innings and we didn't quite get out of it what we wanted, but the fact that it sort of dried out a little, it quickened up a little bit over the day's play, probably allowed her to come in and bowl like that. I think Annabelle Sutherland set it up beautifully. She bowled a beautiful channel all day and allowed Stella to come in and sort of just bowl aggressively like we wanted to do. So all in all today, I thought our bowlers bowled really well and bowled in great little partnerships. And yeah, if we could have just maintained that for a little longer on day one, you know, things might have been slightly different.
Considering multi-formats here to stay, do you think going forward we could have a slightly more intricate point system for the test, like they do in county cricket with batting points and bowling points rather than just 2 points for the draw?
Yeah, we were talking about it tonight. It's a really interesting discussion, and I think you could bring that in. It might get a little bit complex and make things a little bit tricky, but I think the consensus within our group is that if we made the test match slightly less valuable, so even 2 points instead of 4, it'll make teams sort of less hesitant about going for the win. The 4 points is a really hefty price to pay for going out there playing aggressive cricket and losing a test match. So I'm sure that they'll look at that and they'll tweak it accordingly. But in saying that, we've had the same point system in the Ashes series and it seems to have worked okay as well. So perhaps in this instance, with only a 3-day test, to force a result was always going to be tricky, but I'm sure they'll look at all of that.
Alyssa, you've seen Ash Gardner evolve, I guess, in the last couple of years. Tomorrow's a pretty good opportunity for her to continue that evolution as a batter.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen her just mature both on and off the field over the last 12 months in particular, and it's just been a really pleasing sight, and she's really come into her own as a cricketer. And yeah, like you said, tomorrow's a great opportunity for her to bat alongside Pez, who seems to be a pink ball master out there with the bat. So yeah, she can stand out there, learn a lot from Pez and just soak up the opportunity to play Test cricket. We said that today in the field in that last session. This could be the last time we're running around in our baggy green in this Test match. So let's go out there and enjoy ourselves. And I hope that the batters that go out there and get that opportunity tomorrow take just that opportunity and just enjoy being out there playing Test cricket because it's pretty fun.
Andrew McGlashan, did you still have a question? No worries at all. Morland, do you want to just go through the two from your end?
Yes, Anisha and Gomesh. Thanks, Morning and Lucy. Hi, Alyssa. You've obviously played a lot of matches against the likes of Jhulan Goswami, but could you please walk us through what has been the most surprising component of this Indian pace attack? Because Pooja Vastrakar has been a relative unknown given her injuries, and Meghna Singh has performed decently, in the ODI leg and in this match as well. So what has impressed you the most, given you've watched the Indian attack mostly be dominated by spinners?
Yeah, I think their what's the word I'm looking for? Their consistency has probably surprised me more than it has in the past. And I feel like I haven't actually played a heap of games against Jhulan Goswami over her career. I feel like we've sort of crossed randomly with injuries and me not playing potentially. But yeah, I think just the way that they've been able to consistently come out and bowl a really good line and length and present the seam accordingly, I think has been really impressive. And they've showed our relatively young and inexperienced attack just how to do it. So that's probably been the one surprise. It's great to see so many young Indian players out here getting opportunities. I mean, coming into game one, we thought for sure Shikha Pandey was going to play, and she's someone that we've played against a lot, and we prepared accordingly for her, and she hasn't even got a look in, which is a great sign for Indian cricket that, they've got some depth there. So, yeah, just that consistency, I guess, has been really surprising to me.
Hi, Alyssa.
Hello.
Hi, Alyssa. Yeah, just wanted to ask, Ellis Perry is yet to be dismissed in a pink ball test match, and she has played close to 450 odd balls or something. How crucial was her knock today in the scheme of things for Australia, in the context of today's match and going into tomorrow?
Yeah, I think Pez's knock today was really important, I think, for the morale in the change room as well. Obviously, it's probably not nice. There's probably some negativity around when Meg walks out because of the way that she was dismissed. But for Pez to be there at the other end and just look as solid as what she did and still cash in on the loose deliveries as well. I think just showed us the way to approach this. I think Talia McGrath as well was one that just approached it in a really nice aggressive way and just played a really nice style of cricket, and I think those two out there together just sort of calmed the dressing room down a little bit. And yeah, Pez is, like you said, yet to be dismissed, so it's a good omen for us heading into tomorrow, and hopefully she bats for 108 overs.
Yeah, last one. Yeah, last one. That's fine, Mullen.
He's gone.
Yeah, hi. There's been some criticism about India's run rate when they batted. Do you think it is justified, or do you think the Australians' your team bowled so well that they could not force the run rate up?
I'd be intrigued to see where that negativity was coming from. It's just the nature of the game. I mean, from our point of view, I think they were going at over threes in the first day, and then they probably just slowed down a little bit. We probably adjusted to the conditions a little bit better and bowled the way we did. But, I mean, when you look at the state of the game, we don't really, I wouldn't say we hold a grudge about how the way that they approached it. I mean, they're out there to do a job, not to lose a test match really, not to lose 4 points, and I think their batters came out and did just that, gave themselves an opportunity to just bat once and potentially bowl us out twice in a day and a half. So, look, there's no issues there. I thought that the way that they approached the game was, pretty fair. They had the ball in their court most of the game, so yeah, I don't think that's justified. I thought we bowled really well today in particular. I thought we tied them down. They had probably an opportunity to come out and lift the run rate, and put us out there a little bit earlier, but I thought we did a pretty good job, so fairly unjustified, I would say.